There are some great spiritual teachers out there at the moment. My man Muji, Tony Robbins, Marianne Williamson. Imagine where she's on her way to. The great Amma. But today, wonderful Deepak. But today I would like to focus on Eckhart Tolle and some of his quotes, not least because there's this video of Eckhart Tolle saying this about me.
Russell Brand has come a long way with it. He's doing great things now. If anybody who hasn't seen him for a long time should see him again. He met with Candace Owens.
Oh, I saw it.
And
it's actually pretty incredible.
They had an interview. He's on the left, she's on the right. They had in many ways opposing and opposite viewpoints, respected each other as human beings without making the other into an enemy. That is a wonderful stuff. If they can do it, why can other people not do it? It just requires a little bit of awareness.
Here are some things that I'm well into of Eckhart Tolle's. Check out some of these quotes. Remember, I've spoken to Eckhart Tolle on the phone before because I was interviewing him for a book I was writing. Then I kept his phone number and rang him whenever I had problems, which certainly tested Eckhart Tolle's ability to remain sanguine and peaceful in the face of irritation. Here are some interesting quotes. Sometimes letting go of things is an act of far greater power than defending or hanging on. It's quite hard, isn't it, to let go? Don't you think, when you find that sort of tenacious pang in your guts, that visceral urge to continue with conflict? Sometimes I realise that, what I really need is not to defeat my imagined opponent in this situation, but defeat the aspect of me that's attached to it. A simpler example is when I'm stuck in traffic, it's more important that I learn to overcome the feeling of impatience, intolerance and anger while stuck in traffic than it is to get where I'm going. You know me, I'm someone that will drive up on a verge, going around the back streets, back doubles, get out, abandon the car, run across roofs, trying to get to where I'm going like Crocodile Dundee. But it's more important to just go, I'm going to arrive at this place when I'm intended to arrive at this place. Not easy to achieve those states. If you get the inside right, the outside will fall into place. I think that's true also, that we continually try to manipulate our external realities, control others, maybe a partner or a spouse, like they're a gaslighting phenomenon, much more spoken of these days, where you think, where you unconsciously, I would argue, try to manipulate and control the person that you're with because you see them as the resource for your happiness, your peace, and somehow responsible for your emotional state. Far better to instead deal with whatever it is in you that needs to be let go of, or needs to be soothed, or needs to be understood. Or another example within the same field, instead of trying to pursue wealth and approval, understand what is it in you that feels that it is not nourished? What is it in you that needs an external validation? Someone taught me, one of my mentors the other day, that he said, envy, Russell, is just you projecting your potential onto somebody else. That's good, isn't it? So if I'm envious of someone, they're doing well, why can't I be more like them? It's my unrealized potential being projected onto them. So instead of being envious, think instead, what is it that I'm not doing that I want to be doing? The primary cause for unhappiness is never the situation, but your thoughts about it. Difficult to argue with that, dear Eckhart. Anything you resent and strongly react to in another is also in you. Oh God. How does that transfer, do you reckon, a quote like that, to politics? Like when we all feel agitated by what's happening politically, we feel like oppressed and detached. What does that mean? I suppose it means that we ourselves are detached from who we really are, that we're believing in transient, illusory aspects of the self. We are believing that in our own desires. Continually, I make that mistake. If I get this new West Ham top, I will feel complete. You'll feel like a complete... No, I'm joking. I do like this West Ham top. I love it, and I'm very grateful to the people that gave it to me. Kiss the badge, kiss the badge. Hey, thank you for tuning in to watch me on your phones. I really, really appreciate it. I speak to people, of course, and I recognise that some of you feel real lonely and real sad and not good enough. I've been told that watching these videos helps you to feel better. Well, it helps me feel better and all. So we're helping each other right now. Living up to an image that you have of yourself or that other people have of you is inauthentic living. We get trapped, don't we? Eckhart's good value. What a liberation to realise that the voice in my head is not who I am. Who am I then? The one who sees that, Let's do it as Eckhart Tolle. What a liberation to realize that the voice in my head is not who I am. Who am I then? The one who sees that. He's right though, isn't he, old Eckhart? Like, aren't you sometimes on a walk or in a car and you think, I'm continually locked in an inner narrative loop? When will I just be in the moment? When will I just be present as who I am? Creates a kind of intensity. I'm going to be doing it a lot more. If you're not living in this moment, you are not really living. Yeah, let's not live in the past or in projected futures. Let's take a deep breath and feel the feelings of our hands and bodies. Be aware that we're watching a thing on a phone and that we have more opportunities and options than we dare to imagine. Power over others is weakness disguised as strength. Let's not oppress anybody else. People don't realise that now is all there ever is. There is no past or future except as memory or anticipation in your mind. Thanks, Eckhart. Discontent, blaming, complaining, self-pity cannot serve as a foundation for a good future, no matter how much effort you make. I'm going to stop all of that. Thanks, Eckhart. I wish it would be good if you could just program that directly into your brain and then live in accordance with it forever. The best I can manage is to have some kind of loose tethering to the memory of these teachings when once again a state resumes of disorientating desire or fear or anger. We have to become accustomed to being connected to the moment more. The more I become accustomed to it, the more I'm able to say, oh, look, I'm about to get fearful or jealous or lustful or anxious. I'm able to avoid it or at least observe it and not, as Muji says, combine with the anxiety or combine with the fear or combine with the anger. We will be doing more of these videos on great teachers in philosophy and spirituality. If there's anyone else you'd like to see covered from anywhere across the political and philosophical spectrum, let us know below. I don't mean on my abdomen, don't be cheeky. Just let us know when you can. And come on, you Irons. Come on all of your football teams, because I believe in the ultimate oneness. Thank you. Hello, I'm doing these new videos more frequently now. Please hit the notification button at the end of this video, because then you'll get a little bell when I post a new video. And I'd like you to get a little bell when I post a video. Then I can, I don't know, be buzzing away in your pocket. Sounds like I'd be like a little pocket mosquito. Anyway, subscribe, click the bell, because I want more people to watch the YouTube videos. You specifically.